Open space, to me, is a sense of looking at freedom. We all pick these places. There are people who are clearly city people that they react to the sounds. It could be the sirens, it could be the honking of horns that they just become used to. For me, open space has the most incredible sound of all, the sound of peace and quiet. And I've often said that absolute quiet is not absolute quiet. It's absolutely quiet enough for you to hear things that you normally wouldn't hear. Open space, I think, not only gives you this sense of openness, it gives you this sense of intimacy too, and things that delivers to you if you actually take the time to really appreciate it. And those are things that when I'm painting that I do more just standing and listening and soaking in than getting all wrapped up in the art part of it. Of course, being a landscape painter has a lot to do with the observation of light. I've learned an enormous amount by looking through the viewfinder of a camera. There's very little difference in between it and a blank canvas. I could do amazing things with that little small postage stamp area. And I eventually went to larger format cameras, but the lessons still stayed the same. Compositional ones, but more than anything, storytelling ones. That, you know, I've said it before that one of the greatest lessons that I could teach anybody about telling a story would be that if you had grandparents that were married for 55 years, and that was the story, that they had been married for 55 years, well, then you get real close to their faces because the story is right here. But if the story is for 55 years of marriage, they went to the Grand Canyon, it's their first time seeing this big area, you back up the camera, you get the story, which is two small people in one of the grandest places on Earth. The camera taught me that, and it also taught me to look for light because you see it through the viewfinder. You start looking for light and you look how it affects the picture. And I took those lessons and transferred that same information into my painting skill. I would also say that probably the other greatest thing that I learned about light was what I call active light and reactive light. I've never read about it. It's something that I learned also from photography, that when you're looking at a sunset and you're moved by it and you're consumed by it, do yourself a favor for free. Turn 180 degrees and look at what that sunlight is doing to the landscape behind you. It is the other part of the story. And when I'm looking for subject matter to paint, the process of coming to even thinking about painting a painting for me is that one where I'm trying to figure out, is the story that I want to tell, is the thing that I want people to see, the action or the reaction? We all have these things that ground us, and the land in this area truly does. It gives me a sense of place. I've spent a lot of time in my career, not only as an artist, but my relationship as a man, looking at this land, looking back at me and wondering about it. And I hope that I've given to it what it's given to me, because I believe that painters are record keepers. And I think about this too as I watch the seasons change. As an artist, not only fortunate to live in a place of beauty, but a place of changing beauty. It's almost like being a chef. You have different ingredients to work with and create amazing dishes. And so that's part of what I do. I think everyone should give themselves a gift of a country drive, one without an agenda, one without a place to be, a time to be there, what you're going to do when you arrive. You know, throw the phone in the glove box, leave the radio off, and really look around you. It's amazing what will come to you. I don't think you'll be bored. I think we all understand love. Now, I've been fortunate enough to fall in love with a person, place, and thing. The thing is painting. The person, of course, is my wife, Linda. And the place is here, the Piedmont of Virginia. These loves are more interconnected than I had ever imagined. And frankly, all are my salvation. They all have become one. While I have been creative all my life truly became supercharged by these things I love. And collectively, they ground me and allow me to reach. Being grounded, having that sense of place, is where contentment begins. Reaching from there requires balance. But that good foundation allows you to explore the inner you, and in my case, it allows me to explore my creativity and my limitations, and my needs and my desires, and my passion for painting the land, this land. The land beneath my feet, it's like a good John Muir quote. When we try and pick out anything by itself, we find it hitched to everything else in the universe. I love that.